how to set up your assignment so that students can annotate on their iPad. So I use a module, so I'm gonna go into modules, but you can just create a new assignment anywhere. So you can either go from assignments here, or if you're in the module view, you can add a new assignment and then name it. Or what I'll do is I've created one here already. So I'm going to open that up. And you see, I'm going to go in and edit that. And right now there's nothing in it except for this title, right? So I'll make this bigger. What we are going to do then is to upload a file into here. So I'm going to upload a document. And just for best practice, I would say in order for students to be able to annotate over it, it should be a PDF file. So you see how I dragged from my desktop over and then I just submit. And you'll see that it's turning yellow to show that it's linked. And then maybe you'll want to add a little bit of instructions here. Please fill this out in your student iPad app and submit. Okay, I'm finished. Okay, and then you can change the point system. Let me say that's a 5-point assignment. You can decide whatever group you want to create. Especially if you're weighting, you have category weights for each assignment, for each category, I mean. So you can decide that. You can display it as points or whatever. For submission here, I would do it online, but this is also a place where if you're going to collect something on paper, like a quiz or something or a test that you're going to do on paper, you can have that option as well. So I'm going to change it to online, or you can do it as no submission if, for example, you want to enter an assignment in for participation in class or something. There's nothing that they're going to submit, but you can allocate points for that in the grade book. Okay, so I'm going to do this online, and then I'm not going to do this student annotation because this feature doesn't work with our iPads, but I will do a file upload, and I am going to restrict it to PDF. You don't have to, but I do this so that students don't just turn in a Notability file or a Pages file or a Google Doc file, right, or whatever. And then you can change this so that it's limited. If you want them to just do it once, this might be a good idea. If you want them to annotate in the app as a quiz, for example, you can make it a group assignment. You can require peer review. I'm not going to go through that with this video. And then you can have it due, I don't know, whenever. So let's say I'm going to change this to Friday at 4 p.m., okay, for example. And you can also change the availability time. So if it's a quiz or an assessment of some kind that you don't want, like a writing prompt that you don't want the kids to see before they come to class, you can set the time and date as to when you want to open it. And obviously, if you want to have specific students access it at a later time, you can say, okay, this student's going to do it later. Okay, so I can change that and you can delete it or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to save and publish. And then we're going to go segue to the iPad app from the teacher's view as well as a student view.